Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Gemini weekly money and career reading from March 6th to the 12th, 2023. Gemini, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Money and career, March 6th to the 12th, 2023 for the sign of Gemini. Gemini, thank you to each and every one for your support, for your likes, your shares. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. Let's see what energies we have. We have cards popping out for this upcoming week, March 6th to the 12th, 2023, Gemini. Okay, let's see what we have here. Eight of Swords, Three of Swords. Okay, what is happening, Gemini? You might have it feels like you're blocked in a situation, but it's almost blocked in a situation because you don't trust someone, because you don't like the energy of this Knight of Wands. Feels like it really feels connected to this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands for me is sort of a flighty energy, someone we can't really trust, or, you know, just someone fun, right? Someone that likes adventure, energetic, right? But that doesn't really think before they make decisions, right? It's the inspiration, action, but sort of, you know, acts first before thinking, and then they sort of expect everything to be done yesterday and rushes into things without even, you know, thinking of the consequences, with no clear plan. And I think that Gemini is really annoying you. And so maybe they're waiting for better opportunities, or, you know, it's really understanding that you want to work and create on something else. That's where it stands. You worked hard and you're moving into growing your own business, or creating your own idea, or working on your own idea, and you're not counting on this person anymore to be by your side. Or so maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a manager you don't see eye to eye, or maybe it's a friend you're working with, or maybe it's just a company, right? That you don't accept their ideas, and you don't accept their flighty ways, or their, you know, their ways of making decisions. You don't get it, you don't understand it, and you're out. You're out, but you're out because of this specific person, whoever this is, right? It doesn't have to be a manager. It can be a coworker, right? But it's someone you disagree with, and you don't like their way of working, or their philosophy, or their approach, or maybe you feel like you're picking up their slack, right? And here we have the devil, which just confirms that you don't want, you feel stuck in that toxic environment, that toxic way of thinking, picking up slack for everybody, or no one cares, and it's just like one big free-for-all where everybody just does whatever they want. And it seems like there's no anchor to this, there's no rhyme or reason, there's no philosophy to this, and so you're out, and you want to grow your own idea, you want to grow your own business, you're creating something new, and you're growing into a new energy. You're working hard at this. This is something you're working on, you're preparing, and maybe you even worked hard in this company, and that's why you're not taking any of this nonsense anymore. Yes, you're persevering forward. You know you have to make choices, and there you go. Here we have the Death card, letting go. Letting go, you know it's not for you. Moving on to something else, and moving on to something fair, square, where everybody does their share. There you go. Rhyming now. I am rhyming. So, yes, this Six of Pentacles is that sense of fairness and also generosity. And yeah, it's just a 50-50 with other people. There's not one gain and for the other one's loss. You now know how to prioritize what you want, and this situation, you're transforming it into starting your own idea, starting your own business. And it can be creative. It seems creative with the Empress, but the Empress is also about growing into your own energy and understanding that you are enough, that you, not that you weren't enough before, but you are enough to start your own entity, to start your own business, to start your own idea, right? You don't have to stagnate in an energy sort of tricking you into thinking that, you know, it's almost like you had responsibilities here. You had, maybe you're a manager, maybe you're a director, maybe you had responsibilities in this position, in this job, in this company. And you felt, and maybe you had a good salary, or maybe you have a good salary, right? But so you sort of like that position, but you can't tolerate everything that's going around it. And so, but you were sort of tricked in thinking that, you know, that position was going to protect you, or that position is going to surround you with the right people, the right energies. No. So, 9 of Wands, persevering, but you also felt that you constantly had to prove something. Constantly had to prove maybe that you earned that job, that you were the right person for that job, that you earned those responsibilities, and that you know, and it feels like everybody else was sort of like, oh no, that, you know, either it's you thought it was they thought it was nepotism, or you think it was nepotism. In other words, putting people in there, you know, like peons, and so you're sorting everything out because you worked so hard and you're working on your new idea. You're changing completely. It feels like you're changing fields. It feels like you're changing companies, and you're going into something much more balanced. Wow, Gemini, let me know what you're in. Let me know what this is all about. But it's the end of that. But it's your choice. Your choice. And you're leaving behind, you know, you're leaving behind this sense of not being in control, right? Gemini doesn't like that. Well, I don't know no, some people are okay not being in control. But that's not a Gemini thing, right? Gemini is there and likes to rule and likes to make sure it's their way. And but that's okay. That's okay, especially when you're dealing with this Knight of Wands energy, where, you know, it's what on earth is going on here, and why are none of these people working, and do they really understand what they have to do, right? That's the way it feels. And, you know, the Death card is ridding yourself of that, understanding to see things differently, understanding that it's okay, you can let go of that because you're entering something completely new, right? It's a major change. It's forcing you to move in a different direction, changing careers, maybe moving jobs, starting your own business. It's a big change for you. You know, the Death is always a big change, but it's most of all an emotional change. Letting go of the past situation, accepting that it's no longer serving you, accepting that you have to push into and decide something new, and going into new energies, new people. Take it as it resonates. And it doesn't always mean we do something wrong. It doesn't always mean someone wronged you, although here it really is the sense of you feeling no longer in control, but also not in the right place. And so here we are with, let me get these cards straight. 5 of Cups, yes, the regrets of either associating yourself with that business or the regrets of working with those people. You can't trust them, or you couldn't trust them. Eight of Swords, sorry. A Seven of Swords, sorry about that. But that's okay. You realized, moving on. And I never say that in a light way. I never say it, you know, it's difficult. Changes are difficult. Decisions are always difficult, especially when we're uncomfortable in a job. And it drags on. The end drags on when we realize we no longer feel in the right place, and it's not for us, and we don't connect with anybody anymore, and we don't connect with the decisions or the philosophy, and we want out. But it's not easy to get out, right? It's not always easy. We have to find something else. We have to make sure, right, we do it in the right way. And so hats off to you, because you're creating your own. You're clearly working on an idea, your idea. It can be creative. It can be artistic. Feels like you are creating something. So maybe you're designing, maybe you're painting, maybe you're writing, maybe you're writing lyrics, maybe you're writing songs, maybe you're a musician, maybe you're writing a book. But you are, whatever it is, you're finding your way with people that are very generous, in a generous team, a generous company. Maybe you're finding a platform to express your art. If it's artistic, maybe you're a stylist, right? It can be anything creative, but it can also be something very connecting with other people, serving other people, helping other people, mentor, coach, therapist, teacher, nurse, right? It doesn't, whatever it is, but feels very mental. So it feels like you're coaching. Coaching kids. No, but it feels like, okay. So maybe you're coaching kids in sports. That's one thing, but I'm feeling another vibe where you're coaching people to start their own businesses, adults to find their way, right? A life coach, work coach, you know, that's sort of someone to guide people, help people develop their powers, develop their ideas, develop businesses. It can be either or, but it feels like you're guiding people and there for others, like empowering others. Doesn't have to be, and maybe that's just for one person. But yeah, there you go, the empowering. You're your own boss. Go for a Gemini. If it's not that, there's a very powerful Aries or boss or manager, right, that has the, but I don't think this Emperor has anything to do with this Knight of Wands. I feel this is you and your power, leaving and starting your own, building your own business, or, you know, building your own company and empowering others, really leading the way. And you're very clear on what you want now. You're very clear on what you're building. Take a breather. It has been difficult. Just make sure you rest. Whatever that means for you, right? Just reconnect or meditate, yoga, hit the gym, run, dance, listen to music, right? Or just sit still to reconnect with your energies. And because you're moving into your own now, you're moving into your own creativity. You won't have to listen to others all day, other people's BS. That's the way I feel. I feel like over and over and over, you had to listen to all kinds of BS. Yes, purging, healing. It was hurtful. It's I feel like you're wounded after that situation. And I really feel like you took on responsibilities in that job. People maybe promised you, or maybe you promised you a promotion or promised you more responsibilities. But I think you got the responsibilities. I think that in this job, maybe you're still in this job. Maybe it's past. You know, it will be different for each and every one of you. But I feel like you have responsibilities in this job. And it's almost like you have too much responsibility for what you're paid for. And you're not okay with that. And you feel like everybody else is dilly-dallying and you're the one doing the job, doing the nitty-gritty, and everybody else is sort of prancing around. That's the way it feels. But you're back in control. And the Judgment is really like, yes, you're rising to your own power. You want to do something creative. You want to do something different, whatever it means for you. It will be different for each and every one of you. But the Judgment is about accepting to let go, purging the past, purging the regrets, healing from those moments in that situation that didn't belong to you. And that's okay. Transitioning. It's a rebirth, but it's also healing. It's a moment of understanding. Understanding this rebirth, that it's a new start, new inspiration, very clear on this new start, very clear on where you stand, and very clear on this new job or business or idea that you're developing. Step by step. There you go. Easy does it, Gemini. You're moving into a new world almost. It feels like you're moving into a new world, and you're starting your own company, and you're really taking it easy. Knight of Pentacles, one step by step by step. Working hard, methodically, organizing yourself, strategizing. I feel like if you're going to if you're going to start your own company, you want to make it right. So you're making sure you connect with the right people, you have the right finances, and you know exactly how to map it out with this Knight of Pentacles. It's hard work, but you're very conservative in your energy, right? You're really doing, mapping it out precisely and taking your time to do it right, to start this business, this job in the right way with the right people. Yes, and Nine of Pentacles. It's successful. It's successful because you're comfortable with your ideas, you're comfortable with your decisions, the way you're organizing this, the way you're transforming your idea into reality, the way you're starting this business. You're confident, and it's also bringing you financial independence. Good for you, Gemini. And lots of cards here, lots of cards. This is a rebirth. This is you coming into your own, starting your own thing. Enough is enough, and you're powerful in that way, Gemini. Independent, financially independent, and just acknowledging your place in the world, your place on your career path. Yes, you're proving yourself, but I think you're proving yourself to the world, but also to yourself, right? There's tension there, because you feel you still have to prove yourself. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Allow new skills to come in. I think that maybe you have to gain new skills. Maybe you have to go to school. Maybe you have to, take a few classes, or maybe someone's mentoring you. But you're really open to a lot. You're open to rising up to something different. It's really a sign. The High Priestess is, yes, follow your intuition, but it's also this a sign of a heightened state of conscious awareness. Like, you really realize where you stand now, how you're transforming your career, how you're transforming your life, and you realize the power of your intuition, and you're really seeking ways to develop more skills. Develop your skills, but develop more skills, and develop even more. Yeah, so it's almost like you are taking on the same type of job, or maybe in the same environment, in your expertise, in what you have experience in, whatever it is. Comment down below. Let me know what you have experience in. But you're moving into you're starting your own. In other words, for example, if you're in accounting, and it doesn't have to be accounting, this is just an example, in an accounting firm or in a law firm, you're starting your own firm, right? Or if plumbing in a company, you're becoming independent and starting your own business. That's the way it feels, because you had one job too much in the field where, you didn't want to tolerate these people anymore. So be careful to not force it, right? Take your time, take it easy by trying to do everything, all things, all at once. Allow this knowledge to flow. Allow this new energy to flow at its own pace, and just move into it in a natural pace. All right, let's see if there's one more card that wants to come out. There was a few cards, but there are a lot of cards that came out in the preceding deck. So I'm just reshuffling just a little bit to see if there's one more card that wants to come out. Gemini, weekly, money and career, March 6th to the 12th, 2023. Yes, determined. Yeah, there you go. Ace of Wands, new beginning, and determined. You are pushing forward. It is successful because you're ready, you have the knowledge, you have the power, but there's no looking back. You do not care what people think. You do not care what's going on. You're pushing forward on your own path, your own business, and it's almost like you don't even want to associate yourself with anybody in that past situation. You don't want to see them. You don't want to deal with them. You're starting your own business, and you're driven. You're so focused and persistent to be on your own, independent. It's sort of your way or the highway, right? You're ready to reach your goal, action-oriented, motivated, and you're also very self-disciplined and headstrong, Gemini. Not surprising, right? But this willpower is going to push you to achieve your goals. So hold your focus and just keep striving. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Assert yourself all the way, Gemini. You got this. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. Gemini, weekly, money and career, March 6th to the 12th. Oh, look at that. There you go. That new beginning, but the beginning to build your business, to build your idea. That's what but it's also passionate for you. This is your passion. This is where you belong. This is what you know how to do, and you are building your own business here, or at least your own idea, developing your own idea. Gemini. Beautiful, beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Let me grab a little drink. Thank you to each and every one for supporting this channel, for helping me push forward in my readings. Every energy, every comment pushes me forward. So thank you to each and every one from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Gemini, take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.